first edition. They came out in 7 volumes. This is volume 1. Prabhupada in India. Volume 2 is planting the seed, and then that's when he arrives. He opens with him arriving in America, and then starting the Krishna consciousness movement. Then volume 3, he goes to San Francisco, starts the Rath Yatra Festival. Volume 4, traveling around the world. Volume 5, volume 6, and then volume 7 is little bits of this and that. It came after. So on the 19th, this is from the Leon Isaac. When the ship arrived at Colombo, Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, Prabhupada was able to get relief from his seasickness. The captain took him ashore, and he traveled around Colombo by car. Then the ship went on toward Cochin, on the west coast of India. Janmashtami, the appearance day of Lord Krishna, fell on the 20th of August that year. Prabhupada took the opportunity to speak to the crew about the philosophy of Lord Krishna, and he distributed prasadam he had cooked himself. August 21st was his 70th birthday, observed without ceremony at sea. That same day, the ship arrived in Cochin, and Srila Prabhupada's trunks of Srimad Bhagavatam volumes, which had been shipped from Bombay, were loaded on board. Prabhupada had brought the first volume of the Srimad Bhagavatam. It was in three volume set for the first canto, the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. That was his arsenal. That was his weapon. He had a pair of cartels, he had the cases of Bhagavatams, and he had 40 rupees, spending money, Indian rupees, equivalent of, back then, maybe $8. The rupee was worth a lot more. That same day, the ship arrived at Cochin, and Srila Prabhupada, by the 23rd, the ship had put out to the Red Sea, where Srila Prabhupada encountered great difficulty. He noted in his diaries, rain, seasickness, dizziness, headache, no appetite, vomiting. Just imagine, 70 years old. You know, when we're in our youth, we have a sense of adventure. We have a sense of fearlessness. I remember, we would go, it was the era, we would go to the side of the road and we would stick out our thumb and we would see where we would end up. Wouldn't have any money, nothing, just sense of adventure. But when you get older, you have a tendency, you need more security. Now, just to go downtown, I make sure, okay, I got my cell phone, the battery's charged, I got my credit cards, and my car, the gas tank is full. You want to make sure all the securities are there. When you get older, you need more security. This Srila Prabhupada, at the age of 70, has never been out of India. With nothing, no security, seemingly no security. 40 rupees? That's nothing. But the Srimad Bhagavatam, and what was Prabhupada's success?
Instruction of his Guru Maharaj.
Yes. He blindly followed the order of his spiritual master. And he said that his spiritual master was always with him. He never felt alone, even though he was all alone. On the night of the second day, Prabhupada had a dream. Now wait a minute. The symptoms persisted, but it was more than seasickness. The pains in his chest made him think he would die at any moment. In 2 days, he suffered 2 heart attacks. He tolerated the difficulty, meditating on the purpose of his mission. But after 2 days of such violent attacks, he thought that if another were to come, he would certainly not survive. And this is just coming around the Cape. He hadn't even set out to sea yet. This is only the Indian Ocean. This isn't the Atlantic. The Atlantic is the second largest, I'm not sure, Pacific Atlantic, they're about the same. Huge ocean. On the night of the second day, Prabhupada had a dream. Lord Krishna, in his many forms, was rowing a boat, and he told Prabhupada that he should not fear, but should come along. Prabhupada felt assured of Lord Krishna's protection, and the violent attacks did not reoccur. Actually, when we dream of Krishna, or we dream of the spiritual master, this isn't a dream. This is actually a transcendental experience. And, when we dream, normally when we dream, it's mixed up, doesn't have a lot of sense to it. But when you dream about Krishna, the spiritual master, it's actually a transcendental speech. Krishna came to Prabhupada. There are many examples in the Shastra how Krishna comes in the guise of a dream. He actually comes and gives instruction. Just like when Madhavendra Puri wanted to taste the sweet rice, he thought he made an offense, and he went away. And then the Chiratora Gopinath deity took the sweet rice and hid it for him, and then he went and told the priest in a dream. The priest woke up, oh, where's Madhavendra Puri? Chiratora Gopinath, the deity Gopinath has hidden some sweet rice, and sure enough, the sweet rice was there. So when you dream like that, it's Krishna is actually coming to you directly. The Jaladuta entered the Suez Canal on September 1st and stopped at Port Said on the 2nd. Srila Prabhupada visited the city with the captain and said he liked it. By the 6th, he had recovered a little from his illness and was eating regularly again for the first time in 2 weeks, having cooked his own khichdi and puris. He reported in his diary that his strength renewed little by little. Thursday, September 9th.